South Africa's platinum mining strike has gone on for more than 2 months now, with no end in sight. Reports say it looks set to continue despite talks resuming on Wednesday. Government mediators have met with the striking unions, but they have yet to schedule a face-to-face meeting between the two sides. The unions and mining companies Anglo American, Impala and Lonmin. Talks collapsed 3 weeks ago. The two sides were unable to agree on wages. One of the mining companies involved told staff to take voluntary leave. So far, the strike has cut 40% of global platinum output. Employees have gone unpaid and mines are becoming unusable. Unions are asking for more than double the current wages, while mining companies are offering up to 9% more. Leaders of the platinum mines claim the strike has caused the industry irreparable damage. CCTV's Angelo Coppola has more.
The strike here in the platinum sector has now entered its 9th week. It's cost the industry about $1 billion in lost production and around $450 million in lost wages.
The workers themselves are starting to emerge as a stakeholder grouping in their own right. And all the other stakeholders are starting to realize that we don't know how to engage with these people, and we haven't engaged with them productively.
Mines in South Africa have amongst the deepest shafts of any mine operation anywhere in the world, some of them reaching as far as 3 miles down underground, and some of the longest subshafts. It's dangerous to mine in South Africa. AMCU is at the center of attention at the moment because it's on strike. But the other mine unions in the sector have already signed agreements.
We've got a long history of mine labor feeling exploited by government who they see to be in the pockets of big business. So there's a lot of emotion around this thing.
The emotion extends to the involvement of the government in the wage negotiation process. Not everyone is pleased about the involvement of the government's Centre for Conciliation and Mediation.
These are matters, as we know from Margaret Thatcher's time, that unions and managers have to sort out between themselves. It's private negotiations. There's no role for this in government.
On a socio-political level, mining in South Africa is also an issue because it epitomizes this whole migrant labor system that has been running for many decades here.
What we found is that most miners spend the majority of their mine not at the place they're living, but they send it back home. And even if there was an increase in wages, that increase would probably be shifted to where they come from rather than spent on making the place they live better.
So no matter what the wage is, they're not putting much into their pockets at the end of the month. So they have nothing really to lose.
The country's mining sector has been traditionally seen as a significant contributor to the country's GDP. The truth is that its importance has been eroded in the last 14 years. Labour numbers have dropped from 470,000 people in 2000 to 390,000 people. Last year, some 17,000 jobs were lost in the mining and quarrying sector alone. This trend seems set to continue. The platinum sector strike has caused immense losses for mine owners, miners and businesses supplying into that sector. It's also refocused the minds of miners in terms of their business strategies. Are they going to continue mining in South Africa, and in what sectors? And more importantly, in what provinces? What is without doubt, though, is that the mining industry has changed forever in South Africa. I'm Angelo Coppola in the Platinum Belt near Rustenburg in the northwest province of South Africa.